Wow, thank you for sharing such beautiful stories. When I listen to both of you explaining it, I can see literally myself maybe following you from Lisbon to Munich, seeing your life journey and how you implement it in your life. It's really fascinating. So, for people to actually get the gist of this personal agility after all your journey through life and now coming up with this institute, can you maybe tell us like the elevator pitch? What is actually personal agility system?
For me, the personal agility is a simple coaching based framework to align what you do with what really matters. We can explain the core of it in 5 minutes. It's really just 6 questions, or the core of it is 6 questions. There are other things that you can build on. Coaching based, what we do is we use the tools of coaching to help you figure out what really matters and connect what you do with what really matters. So this is where alignment comes in. The first alignment is you with yourself. One of the things that we discovered along the way that kind of emerged is the same techniques that you can use with yourself, that is asking powerful questions and using them to make sense of the situation, you can apply them with the people around you. You can ask powerful questions to your managers. You can ask powerful questions to your stakeholders. You can ask powerful questions to your customers. And all sorts of amazing things happen when you do, because a powerful question is an invitation to think, the start of a powerful conversation. This is where personal agility took on its character as a leadership framework. So we could just as easily say personal agility is a simple leadership framework to help you create alignment around what really matters. This is what's happened with our case studies. We find some very personal case studies, but we've also found cases of startups achieving their profitability goals or their valuation goals. We've seen companies avoiding bankruptcy. We've seen all kinds of people getting their life sorted out. What really matters question and the techniques for creating alignment have proved to be really powerful. That's what our book is about. And this is what the personal agility system is about. Maria, would you like to add something to that? Did I miss anything important?
That was phenomenal, Peter. I really feel that being able to see the application of this framework in the individual context and the business context, what's been incredibly impressive is that the versatility of the application.
So before we actually go into these powerful coaching questions, what you mentioned as 6 powerful questions, actually, when I read the gist of the book, I kind of stumbled into this life is the ocean metaphor. I know like we heard in the beginning, your intro about your journey, but maybe you can walk us through about this metaphor for people to actually sink in and look at their life using this metaphor. Maybe either you, Maria, or Peter can narrate what is this life is the ocean metaphor.
Yeah, so several years ago, I had invited Peter to join me on an agile marketing cruise that we were doing. Basically, it was just a group of 400 marketers coming together. I was coordinating a group of 10 cabins. Who doesn't love a conference on a cruise ship? And so Peter flew over from Switzerland with his wife, and they joined us as we left the port and set sail for several days to some fancy Caribbean islands. There was one morning that Peter was sitting outside the coffee shop and he saw the screen that they had that had the tracking of our destination and our journey so far. You'll see the same thing on airplanes. It was marveling how when you look at this journey, you could kind of see an indicator of where you've been and where you're going. As we were talking about this, we were realizing this is a great metaphor for your life. We have where we've been, we have an idea of the destination, but then we realize that you could get blown off course. And so where we intend to go is not always where we go. When you look at a goal that you've set or an ambition or dream that you've had, look at parents, for example. You end up having a child or a couple of children, and then they become your world and you're so concerned about helping them. A lot of times we forget about ourselves, putting other people in front of our own well-being, our own goals, our own dreams. And yes, we care for our family, but if you don't take care of yourself first, how can you be your best for everyone else? And so it's important and it's okay to prioritize your own health, to prioritize the things that make you happy, because then that is an uplift for everyone else around you. And so we realize that while you have this longer term goal or destination you're trying to get to, we often get blown off course. Personal agility is a very kind framework. If you get blown off course, it's okay. Just recognize that you've been blown off course and get back on course. So we often refer to the destination of Jamaica because that was one of our destinations on the cruise ship.
Yeah, that's actually where we were sailing to when I came up with the metaphor. That's why it was Jamaica and not someplace else. Yes.
And so we talk about, where is your Jamaica? Where is the destination you want to get to? And oftentimes we may get so rolled up in the busyness of life that we miss getting that progress toward our longer term goals. So we don't want to lose sight of Jamaica. We want to be able to keep sight of that. Personal agility system really is helpful in helping you visualize and identify those longer term goals, also while not losing sight of the shorter term initiatives and helping you maintain on your course, even if you get blown off course, to get back on course toward that destination.
I really love that metaphor actually, because when I see myself as well and having listened to your journey as well, I could resonate with some of the challenges that I'm also experiencing. For example, like Peter said, endless backlog. Yeah, I mean, maybe we can be efficient and execute task over task, but yeah, the backlog seems to be endless. It's never ending. And tomorrow there's another huge amount of backlogs that I need to do. And Maria's saying about sustainable pace. We have that many backlogs. Of course, we seem to have the energy to actually execute all those things. Is it sustainable over the long term period? We don't know, right? That's why I think I love this metaphor to seek where is your Jamaica. So where is the destination that you want to go?